Hey guys, Jonah here, and we're back with another beer review. This one I saw in the supermarket and thought, that's a bit curious, because it's called Curious Porter. And how I look at that bottle, it's very, very contemporary. It's very clean, very feng shui, if you like such things. Talking 5%, and it says it's London Porter. Doesn't really tell you much about it until you look on the back, and there are the words Chapel Down on there. And for beer drinkers that won't mean anything, but for wine drinkers, Chapel Down is a very good producer of English fine wines. And they thought they'd have a go at beers. And there's a Curious IPA as well, but they didn't have that, I'm afraid. And personally, I prefer a porter. Now, if we look on the back, it's very interesting because it says this porter has been brewed using crystal chocolate black and amber malt from Sussex. Interesting, they name all the malts. Bittering hop is Admiral, and a small amount of Goldings as the late addition. Then they matured it in oak barrels to give it sweetness and bitterness. Bottle condition, blah 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 blah. Very interesting for a brewery to name almost exactly what they've done to make this brew. Especially interesting for someone like me, who's a home brewer too. I could try and make this porter. Give it a good crack anyway. But I think, hats off to Chapel Down. They've done really well with this one. The only thing is, guess what? We have a 33 bottle. Guys, come on, I want the bigger bottle. You know me, I'm Uncle Jonah. But Chapel Down, thanks very much for producing this. I'm very, very curious as to what this turns out like. Come on. Now, because it's a porter, I haven't put it in the fridge, so hopefully we won't get any bubble over. No, but we're getting a bit of smoke. Look at that. Oh, you can smell those malts in there. Let's get a glass and get it in there. So what have we got? Crystal, amber, black and chocolate malt. Oh, I love chocolate malt. I don't know about you. Now, because it's a porter, hopefully it won't be as roasty as a stout. And I can see that coming out of the bottle, it's kind of dark brown, and it's only sort of black when it's settled. But you can see just around, if I move it around slightly, it's not perfectly black. So it's definitely a porter and not a stout. Look at that cap, that's lovely. We're looking off-white, we're looking a cream colour, very tight-knit bubbles. There's a few big ones in. It is going slightly, but look at that colour, look at that. Very oily, it sort of runs down the side of the glass. I can tell this is going to be something extra special. And this bottle was only £1.50 in Waitrose if you want to get some. I know how to sort you out, don't worry. I'll tell you if I find a good bargain. And this one I suspect is going to be very, very good. Just give it a bit of a swirl just to release the aromas. We're instantly getting that chocolate malt. Getting dark, we're getting roast, we're getting coffee. A hint of sweetness, but we're talking dark toffee or treacle. I love porters, especially in the winter time, in the autumn and winter time, in the months where the days are short and the nights are long. Porters are definitely your friend. By a warm fireside, you know, in that sort of dark, crackly, Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, let's get in here. I'm salivating just from being next to this brew. I haven't even tried it yet. Anyway, wish me luck, guys. We're getting coffee, we're getting that sweetness, we're getting the roasted grapes. Not very bitter. Obviously porters are all about the malts as opposed to the hop. Interesting that they've added some late edition hops, because I can't really get it on the aroma, and I'm not getting it in the taste so far. No, maybe they're using it just to balance the taste, because especially with things like roasted malt, which this hasn't got, but chocolate malt too, you're going to get some very, very dark flavours. So maybe they wanted to balance out the roastness with a little bit of a sweet, because don't forget Goldings is a very sweet hop. But no, I'm not getting it at all. It's not overpowering. And it's not very bitter either. So we're getting all the malts. We're getting a little bit of bitterness, tiny little bitterness, which is the Admiral. Is it Admiral? I'll consult the back. Yeah, bittering with Admiral and Goldings for aroma. It says late edition, so you do get a bit of mouthfeel, you do get a bit of flavour from late edition hops. But I think they're using the hops in this beer to balance out the tastes of the malts. And they've done very, very well. This is a very good beer. Very clean, very crisp. The only downside perhaps, apart from it being in such a small bottle, and you guys can sort that out, Chapel Down, is it's only 5%. Now for a porter, for a proper winter beer, which I assume this one's trying to fit into that category, I think you could go a little bit stronger. You could go 6, you could go 6.5. Yeah, to sort of up it into that winter taste, winter flavour, winter warming, you know. Because at the moment it's a very good beer. The taste is spot on, very crisp, very clean. We've got that malt. It's all about the malts. I mean, this is the mouthfeel and the taste of this beer are very, very good. I'd suggest if you ever happen to be in Waitrose, try and get at least one bottle of this, because this as a porter is very, very good. I have tried some other ones, obviously in other supermarkets, and they're of a very high standard. From a winery, however, who are just branching into the world of beer, as Chapel Down have done, this is a very, very good first attempt. So a little bit to work on there. But yeah, get yourselves over to Waitrose, get yourself a Curious London Porter. Is it Curious London Porter or is it Curious Porter? No, Curious Porter, there we go, there's the bottle. Bottle out. Get yourself down to Waitrose, get one of these to see what all the fuss is about. Cheers and beers everyone. We'll see you real soon for more beer reviews and inane rantings. Take care guys.